guess you know what time it is. It's coffee time. On the menu this morning is Packard Gourmet's Santa Fe corn pudding. And it looks really good so far. We'll give it about 10 minutes to rehydrate and we'll be ready for breakfast. Give you a little shot of the nutritional information if you're interested at 480 calories for one packet. Okay, it's been 10 minutes now. We'll open her up and have a look at it. This looks really good. That is very good. I tell you what, Packard Gourmet has never let me down. It doesn't have the calorie intake as the Peak 2 Refuel does, but as far as flavor goes, Packard Gourmet has them all beat so far. And we'll take one last look around before we head out. Make sure we've got everything picked up. Leave it better than you found it. Okay, we've come upon our first significant intersection of the day. We're now intersecting on the Sheltawee Trace Trail, and it runs with the rough trail which we're traveling on now. In this direction is a Pincham Tight Trail. No, I did not make that up. And Tunnel Ridge Road. And this is the direction that we are going in. And there, according to the map, there's water down that way. Now I am totally out of water. I rationed my water where I had enough for last night's dinner and this morning's breakfast and coffee, but after that I didn't have any. So I'm looking forward to finding a water source down here and topping off my water and getting thoroughly hydrated. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get after it. I'll tell you what, this is one of the most highly trafficked trails I've ever been on, but I can see why the Red River Gorge does not disappoint. It delivers on the scenic beauty. All over this rock is graffiti. Now mind you, this is solid rock, and people brought, I don't know what, some kind of chisel or something to scratch or chisel deep enough into this rock to leave a mark. And it's all over. I do not for the life of me understand it. Why can't people just appreciate natural beauty without having to do this kind of garbage? I'll try to keep it clean for YouTube. Garbage. I can't express my true feelings about this because I'm trying to keep it family friendly over here on Footsteps Ahead, so I'll just leave it at that. We've got a steep downhill grade here, but that's a good sign. That means that there is probably water down there. So let's go find us some water. I'm a bit thirsty. I don't know if you all can see that or not. My goodness, look what a snake. My goodness, I don't know what type he is, but I vote we stay away from him. Watch your step. It may sound dramatic, but there's nobody to come and pick you up if you fall out here. The best you can hope for is another hiker would happen to see you fall or happen to discover that you had fallen. Watch your step and take your time. And the rough trail goes in that direction on that uphill grade. And there's a Red River Highway, 715, 1 3/4 miles. So you always kind of keep an eye out here in case you get hurt or something, about bailout points along the way if it would become necessary for you to leave your intended trip. And here we are at another intersection. We're now going to be traveling on Coomer Ridge Trail, and we're going to see what sights we can find out there. And the rough trail continues on in that direction. So in this particular part of the trail, there is no shortage of water, which is good. And look at that. Just keeps going up and up and up. Yeah, we've come about 3.07 miles now. And we're up on Coomer Ridge Trail. I believe we're actually up on the ridge. I've done quite a bit of uphill today. I think I'm going to cut off part of the hike here. I've been kind of looking at the maps. I'm going to cut off a spur of the trail here at basically the Silver Mine Arch part of the trail. Well, let's get some food in us and we'll get back out there after it. I'm fond of these electrolyte mixes here. This is the company's name Vitalite, and it's a fruit punch mix. And it's also good for an extra 90 calories too, but you've got to take care of your body out here. Even though I don't care how much you eat, you're probably going to be running a calorie deficit. So you need to pay attention to these things. And look at that. Got a bit of a rock scramble. Onward and upward. My original plan was to go out this way and go out to see Silver Mine Arch. That's probably about out and back about 3 miles, which is no big deal, but that'll pretty well take up the rest of the time I have for today. And then I would probably have to make camp right up there. If I go on this way, then I'll cut that 3 miles out of it, and I'll still have a nice hike, but I'll get out of the woods at a decent hour tomorrow, and that way I can go visit my uncle. So I believe that's what I'm going to do. We're at the intersection of the Rough Trail and the Sheltowee Trace Trail, and also the Pincham Tight Trail, and the Tunnel Ridge Road is in this direction, which is the way we're going. Okay folks, we're here at on the Daniel Boone Hut Trail, and the actual hut is up that way, but I'm not going to go up there. I don't feel like scrambling up all that just to go see it. But here we've got this Martin's Fork Trail, and Highway 77 is all this way, and I'm only about a mile away from the trailhead now, so I think I'm going to cut this thing a day short. We'll go with that. I don't see any reason to stay out here if I'm only a mile away. Having said all that, let's get her done. Okay, here we are folks. We are at the intersection of the Rough Trail and the Daniel Boone Hut Trail. I crossed this bridge yesterday and proceeded up the Rough Trail, and in about 6/10 of a mile, maybe 3/4 at the most, we are back at the trailhead. And I've got a hankering for some of that Miguel's pizza, so let's get on with it and go get us some. Okay folks, here we are back at Martin's Fork Trailhead, and there's old Blue over there. He looks like he's in good shape. So that concludes our adventure into the Red River Gorge, and thank you for coming along with me. We'll see you next time.